So these are the banner rates in Arknights Endfield, and they're very different from the banner rates in Arknights Tower Defense. I want to go over the banner rates, the pity, whether if you pull or save, and everything else in between. So first things first, let's dive into the banner. So you can see right here, the first banner on screen is a new headhunting banner. This is the first banner you can see when you open up the game. This is where you get your guaranteed first 6-star character. So you can get either Ardelia, Last Right, Brognanenek, I can't pronounce the name for whatever, the life of me, like Ember, and then Li Feng. Ardelia you already got for free, so hopefully that stays true when the game goes to live. I'm pretty sure it will. She's a supporter. Last Right is a specialist. Prognanik is a vanguard. Ember is a defender, and Li Feng is a guard. So you'd want to get one of the other units typically. I'm hoping to get one of the other units, that way I can test them out. Although I love Ardelia a lot, getting a dupe of her right now wouldn't be strategically the best thing to happen to me. And it takes 40 attempts to get those, to get your first guaranteed 6-star character. And how do you get those tickets, you'd ask? You get those just by playing through story. See right here, if I play through story, I'll get 2 more characters, tickets, and I can roll on that banner. The next banner you see down, all the way to the bottom, it's going to be basic hunting banner. I've already done 28 rolls on this. And then here's we just get normal standard banners, 6 stars. So it's these 5 units: Ardelia, Prognatic, Last Right, Ember, and Li Feng again. And then the middle banner is your rate up banner, just like any standard game has. And right now you can see Leviathan's on rate up. And you can see there's 2 numbers I want you guys to pay attention to. The first number is that there's 60 attempts to get a 6-star operator. That's what it says. But I've done 20 pulls on this banner, so keep that in mind. So in total, it takes 80 attempts to get your first 6-star character in Arknights Endfield. And every 10 pull, you're guaranteed a 5-star operator or higher. So you're guaranteed at least one 5-star. And at 120 attempts, this only happens once, you're guaranteed the on banner rate up character. So if I did 120 attempts, I would get Leviathan at 120 attempts, even if I lost the 50-50. But at 80, I have a chance to get Leviathan, with that all the way going up to 120. So once I get to that 80, pity, then I'd have 50% chance of getting Leviathan. And the drop rate is 0.8% for a 6-star, 8% for a 5-star, and 91.2% for a 4-star. So what's going to happen is, if I lost that 50-50, I'd only need 40 more wishes to get my first copy of Leviathan guaranteed. And you'd be like, what about dupes? What about whales who want to get like dupes for character? The thing is, Arknights doesn't want you to get dupes, but if you ever want to get dupes for whatever reason, the reason I'm saying Arknights want to get dupes is most units are usually fully functional at pot 0, like P1 basically, because dupes in Arknights are as pots. And based on my prior experience in Arknights TD, as long as they keep that in the tower defense version of the game, pots make a minimal improvement on operator. You don't really need them. But for whatever reason, if you are going for dupes, after the first guarantee at 120 pity, then for every 240, worst case scenario, like you get 81 6-star every 80 wishes, right? So let's say you lose 50-50 each time at 240 wishes. At 240 wishes, you will get a Leviathan token, which is basically a dupe of her. So worst case scenario, P5 is the highest potential you can go. So once you get P1, you'll need 4 more copies of the character to max them out. So that'd be 240 times 4, which is 800, like around 960. I want to say 960 wishes, which is a lot. But that's because the dupes aren't really necessary, at least from my point of view. I'll test it later on. But dupes are really not necessary, so you don't really need the 900 something wishes, you know, or like even like getting P1, like P2 or P3 at the 240, you don't really need to go that far, because you have a high chance of getting screwed over, and I don't want that to happen for you guys. And then, as you can see here, starting at 65 headhunting wishes, your base drop rate will increase by 5% all the way until that 80, where you're guaranteed your first 6-star, and hopefully you guys win the 50-50 on that like rate up, you know. And the thing is, the 120 guarantee, it doesn't reset. So I mean, it does reset. So the thing is, for example, if I'm rolling on Leviathan and I for whatever reason didn't have 120 like wishes saved up, and I lost 50-50 on her at like 80, and then I couldn't get the remaining 40 wishes to get the guarantee, then that guarantee resets once this ban is over. So once her ban is over and cycles to the pink haired girl, that guarantee is gone, and then the pink haired girl is going to be on guarantee for 120. So what I'd encourage for any players, if you really want a character, save up the 120. Save up the 120. Because if you don't save up the 120, then you have a very hard or like very unlikely chance of getting the character. But there is a failsafe to that, which I'm trying to get to. So as you can see right here, Leviathan's rated up right now. She has the yellow arrows right here. And then pink haired and the brown haired girl right next to her. And then once her banner ends in 9 days from now, so the second banner is up, which would be the pink haired girl. So when the pink haired girl is up, then Leviathan's moved across the board and right where the pink haired girl was, and then the brown haired girl is right there. So what's gonna happen then is the pink haired girl is going on the 120 pity guarantee, it's gonna be boosted up, right? So most times when you win that 50-50, or when you get to that 50-50, if you're lucky, you'll get the pink haired girl. But for whatever reason, if you don't get that pink haired girl, you could actually lose your 50-50 to Leviathan or the brown haired girl. It's about just standard beta characters. So that's kind of like a failsafe for you. But then again, you're competing at that point. You'd be competing with Leviathan, the brown-haired girl, and the 5 standard banner characters. So that's 7 units to compare it. You'd be competing with to try to get Leviathan. So you could get screwed over very easily. So what I would recommend is if you really want a character. Oh, and then I guess one last thing before I move on. Then you can see Leviathan cycles through for the 3rd banner. When the brown-haired banner girl's rated up, Leviathan cycles through for the 3rd time. And then that's your last chance to get her. Well, if you miss that attempt to get Leviathan, then you have to wait for a rerun, and hopefully when she rerun for 3 consecutive banners again. So you get total 6 weeks to get Leviathan, but she's only rated up for 2 of those 6 weeks, if that makes sense. But my personal advice is, if she's not rated up, please do not try to get a character that's not rated up, because you will get screwed over. You will get screwed over. It's happening countless times in Arknights TD. I'll show you the breaks in Arknights TD and explain why that happens. But it's happened to me countless times where I'm rolling more so for like a specific 5-star or 4-star, or the off banner 6-star, and I just like lose 50-50s all the time, and I get the wrong unit every time, and sometimes it takes like 300-400 wishes to just get that one unit. And you never want to do that, okay? You never want to do that, especially as a free-to-play player. If you're a whale, then go, and you have the money to do so, go ahead and do it. But otherwise, I would not encourage you to do it. It's not a good move. And after that, you might be wondering about the weapon banner. I don't see a weapon banner here. That's because Arknights Endfield does not have a weapon banner that's like gotcha for specifically. Like, you don't use the same currency to pull on the weapon banner as the character banner. So every time you pull on the character banner, you get something known as arsenal tickets. And you use these arsenal tickets to pull on the weapon banner. So you can see right here, this is the weapon banner right here. He has Smelting Forge issue. And you see Leviathan's weapons on rate up right now. The Forbidden State. And here's the rates for the weapon banner. So the weapon banner, it's going to be a 20% chance to acquire the rate up 6-star. So it's like 75-25, 75% chance you lose it, 25% chance you win. And the 6-star base drop rate is 4%. A 5-star is 15%, and 4-star is 81%. But the thing here is there is a failsafe built into the weapon banner. So the rate up character right now, so the rate up weapon right now, so the Leviathan's weapon, for whatever reason, if I couldn't get that weapon before 80 wishes, I will get that weapon guaranteed on the 80th wish. So it says right here. So if no rate up 6-star weapons required in 7 consecutive issues, so each issue is like a 10 pull, then rate up 6-star weapons guaranteed on the 8th issue. This guarantee can trigger 1 times in this banner and will reset when it ends. So if you're going for dupes though, that doesn't apply for dupes. So if you're going for dupes, you could probably like pull endlessly and still not get the weapon. So I would not encourage you to roll for dupes unless you really have the currency to go for it. And my only other piece of advice when it comes to the weapon banner would be to make sure you save up enough to where you can get that weapon guaranteed. So when you're rolling, make sure you have the 80 before you do it. Because if not, it's gonna feel bad if you don't get that weapon. And also, you can also buy weapons flat out. For example, if I had enough, I could just buy this 6-star weapon right here, or these other 4-star and 5-star weapons. And these are other gacha weapons too. See, there are other gachas running right now also. and this costs the same amount of like currency to pull. So, and the rates are pretty much the same also for the different weapon banners. 64% right here. The Kravnegger is like up right now on rate up, and yeah, that's pretty much how the banners work on an Enfield. So my only advice for you guys would be just to save up and make sure you have enough pulls to get that character you want, right? So let's hop on over to Arknights Tower Defense. I'll just show you the banner rates for comparison. And I'll explain what I was talking about when it comes to like dupes not mattering as much.
Arknights.
Okay, we just about loaded in.
Doctor,
Let's
come
pop on
here
over
for a
to
bit.
this banner.
Let's
So you can see
see.
right here we have OP on rate up.
The
So
crops cultivated
when
in
you go under
Jiangxi this
details right
are
here,
indeed
Arknights
taller
TD
than
is going to be a little
man.
bit different because I feel like they modeled Arknights Endfield after like Genshin and like HSR and stuff, but they still made it a little bit different because Arknights Endfield is a little bit different because it uses the 4-5-6 system, not the 4-5 system. So you can see right here, you have a 50% chance of getting the rate up 6-star, which is OP. And you have a 50-50 chance of getting the 5-star on that's round rate up right now. That's Lucilla and Sand Reckoner. That's what I was trying to say. Like sometimes when you're pulling for like specific 5-star, for example, I was pulling for Lucilla, I could only get Sand Reckoners the entire time I'm pulling. You know what I'm saying? And that could screw me over. It could take me like forever. It could take like 300 pulls to get Lucilla. And the banner rates are 2% for a 6-star, 8% for a 5-star, 50% for a 4-star, and 40% for a 3-star. So most of the time you get 3 4-stars. If you're lucky, you get a 5-star. It's pretty low. And Arknights Enfield does not have 3-stars. So worst case scenario, you're always guaranteed 1 5-star, and you're getting all 4-stars. When it comes to like what I've said with like dupes not mattering, at least I hope they don't matter because that's the way Arknights has always done things. You see right now I have Shu right here. Shu, I have her P6 because I got lucky. While rolling on her debut banner, I rolled like 350 to 400 times to get her. And the system's a little bit different here. So Arknights and like Tower Defense, they have rate up banners called limited banners, which only happen every 3 months. And those banners, you guaranteed the on-field, like the character right here, for example, Shu, at 300 pity, you guaranteed 1 character for her, and then at 300, you can use something, kind of like how it gives you a token in Enfield at 240 for like dupes, if I'm rolling on dupes. So you can get like thing known as a token, and you can buy those tokens with every 300 pulls you do. So you guaranteed at least 1 copy at 300, and you can buy a token at 300 too to get like other dupe of the character. And you see it right here, I have P6. And the potentials don't really do a lot. For example, we see DP cost -1, max HP plus 200, attack plus 25, improves her first talent. You don't even worry about talent, that's something particular to this. And then DP cost -1. So they're not really anything crazy. It's not like insane damage multipliers, etc. So you don't really need to worry about dupes. I will make sure to test that though, and I'll let you know if dupes are really relevant, but they're usually not. So that's my banner overview and my advice for bales, free to plays, etc. Just make sure you save, plan accordingly, and you'll be fine. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this, make sure to follow me along for my content creation journey.
Grain buds is